2 a.m. live stream, but here we are. This is about our imperfections. Uh, I don't expect anybody to be up right now, but so be it. Watch it when you wake up. All my UK, Europe people, thank you for the one person that's on. Mm. This is about our imperfections, who we can be in spite of them. 4 people on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, we all have imperfections and stuff like that. What's up, Slayer? I don't even know why you still up right now. Maybe people getting ready to get up and go to work. For you midnight owls, you midnight creatures. Thank you for being here. Creative spirit, I appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, but we all have imperfections. And like I say many times, it's no excuse, not to, still strive to be the best that we can be. Lulu, love you. Appreciate you. Live from Nova Scotia, you know. Thank you for all these people that are up right now. I still don't know what you folks are doing up at 2 a.m., but I love you all the same. I appreciate you. 7 people, somebody left. But I'm here with you now. And yeah, thank you for the 5 thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Much love to you. Yeah, but I don't know, man. In life we do have our faults, our flaws, our things that we go through and whatnot. What's going on, Calvin? You work third shift. Thank you. Dropping to show some love, some support. Thank you, Tosh Time. I appreciate you, Tosh Time. That was an awesome video that you did. Calvin, thank you for sharing the video that you shared as well. I was just a little confused. That's why I asked the question. Wasn't trying to throw any shots. But yeah, nah, thank you for all the beautiful content that you people are putting up there. I was sleeping, got the notification, got out of bed for this wisdom. Oh my God. Oh, Helga's Pennsylvania cooking. Thank you for coming through. Orzic family, appreciate you all. 10 people at 2 a.m. in the morning. I feel honored. I feel blessed. But yeah, these are about our imperfections. And I tell people we have imperfections. We have things that stop us, that shame us, that make us feel, afraid or whatever the case may be. But I tell people, despite your imperfections, despite, how things may come against you, or, you may come against yourself, still no excuse not to strive to be the better person that you can be. Sometimes in life, we're worried about stuff that may have happened 10 years ago. We may be worried about something that no longer exists, or something that may bother us and, come up again, and you fight against that thing. It's constantly a struggle, as it is written in the good book. It says, the Apostle Paul, we die daily. Not to get preachy, but you die daily from your imperfections, from your angst, your insecurities, and stuff like that. Too many people sometimes apprehend themselves. CX, there you go. So I just say, what nobody's perfect. Everybody has something that they need to work on. It's just a situation where it's just about being realistic with yourself. Being realistic about where you come from, what you're doing. You're perfect. Wow. I would like to meet you if you're perfect. Anybody out there that's perfect? I'm not one to say I am. I'm far from perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, moving right along. Like I said, it's a situation where, you know, we try not to let, I know, Tosh. I know. We try not to let our lesser angels get the better of us or whatnot. It is what it is. I just I look at it this way. You could easily succumb to the negativity, feed into it, or you could actually push yourself forward. It's just one of those things where who do you want to be at each time? When it comes to our weaknesses, when it comes to our imperfections, we can choose that. Or we can choose to be, the better parts of ourselves. Either one is fine if you want to choose that. But the choice that you make between the dark and the light, your things that you're working on to try to be perfect in heart and mind, or the imperfections that you have in the flesh and the body, you can choose either one. But either one is a choice, and the choice says a lot about who you are as your character. You know, um, no opinion on that. But the thing is, as far as things go, you know, you choose who you want to be. You choose, when you fall down, if you want to get up again, if you want to just lay there, that's just what it is. Yeah. You caught that, Tosh Time. You're very perceptive. You're very perceptive. Like I said, I'm just here right now, and it just, it is what it is. You know, um, you got to try harder. But anyway, Mm. Tech Beat says, I think I'm made of more imperfect things than the latter. Well, here's the thing that makes us beautiful. Our imperfections show us where we need to work on things and where we can become better and we can be strengthened. I say to anybody, you should know your strengths, you should know your weaknesses. You know, um, well, there we go. Let's shut that down for a little minute. Excuse me. Ah, there we go. There we go. And let's see what happens with that. Mm. Here's the thing. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, we all have things that we need to work on, we all have other things going on. It's just a situation where, I don't know. Like I said, you have to be realistic about who you want to be at any particular time and what you want to feed into and where you want to go with things. As far as what you were saying, tech beats, you know, yeah, it's all good. It's all, yeah, thank you, Slayer. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. Uh, Hey, I just stopped by to show my love. Yeah, thank you, Louisiana boy. Appreciate it. Much respect to you as well. You know, and respect to all those people that want to show respect in the chat. Respect to all the folks that just want to have a nice conversation, regardless of whatever it's about. But I appreciate folks for stopping by. What's going on, TCK? I appreciate you. Um, okay, I can do that too. I can do that too all day. Hey, what's going on, East Dad? Mm, that's what it is. So, yo, D-Lo Flow. Mm. Like I said, we gonna have some respect tonight. Mm, I love respect. Yeah. Well, I appreciate your touch time, but like I said, I don't go to people's chats and I don't do that. So, like I said, I'll go for the respect. Like I said, I have no problem to stop live streaming. I have no problem to cut it off and go my way. Like I said, I just have the conversations. I do what I do. I'm respectful of people. But anyway, thank you for being here. Um, Ooh, that's funny. People want attention. You just left a day roll with that. Nah, I didn't leave a day slayer. I'm just here right now. Just doing what I gotta do. Just laughing, taking it all in at 2 a.m. in the morning and whatnot. It's all good. You need to be right here, right now. Thank you, Tech Beats. I appreciate you. Yeah, nah, but we have our imperfections, man. We have things that we have to deal with. Sometimes we have things that we just let run free inside of us. Um, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you just gotta fight and not feed into the negative within yourself. And then, of course, there's other people that want to provoke you. They want to rise something out of you, or whatever the case may be. And I get that. You learn this practice. Sometimes you just see it as distractions. Something you need to get through. Like I said, I try not to use the imperfections in myself. The insecurities and things in myself to basically, let me be the lesser person of what I said. Um, yeah, it's really a practice. Baby girl Neil, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. D-Lo Flow East Dash Slayer. Or you're gonna have to do the rounds and quit streaming. No. I'm not gonna quit streaming, but I think if things got out of control, I would. I want to do a live stream, but how come to do stuff to talk about? Wait up, let me see. I want to do live stream, but how do you come up with stuff to talk about? Things that you write it down. Yeah, I do write it down, D-Lo. I actually have a list. This is part of the second list of 5 different live stream lists. I have topics to talk about for the next 3, 4 months if I wanted to. So it's just one of those things. I don't think they're going to come for you. Um, who who's coming for me, baby girl Neil? What's the things? Um, I don't know. Anyway, like I said, this is just what I'm talking about. Let me get back on subject. I tell anybody in the chat if you have to report any comments, then just report the comments. Anything, just point it out to me and whatnot. It is what it is. Do you feel like you're hanging from a thread? If you snap, you will go to hold back on things do you want to without respect for others and yourself? Yeah, I do feel like that sometimes. Beats, you know, um, you have yourself where Slayer's coming for me. Nah, Slayer, we cool, we cool. Um, I'm so colorful. Oh, okay, that's him. Yeah, nah, tech beats. It's like this. Sometimes you find yourself at points where you want to snap and you want to, flip and react to things, but what's the point? Because you wind up getting yourself in trouble. Sometimes I don't react to things because I'm afraid of what I'm going to do, not the other people. The other people don't understand that, I could take it to another extent. I could go to another level, you know. So that's just really what it is, But I mean, that's just when it comes to real life. When it comes to online, you know, yeah, I try not to take it too seriously or whatever the case may be. I try to keep it respectful with cats if they keep it with me. But people just want a reaction. They want to rise sometimes. So you try not to do it like that. Honestly, that's what people feed off your reaction. Yeah, I know what it is. TCK, people feed off your reaction, but I could ignore and not give a reaction or whatever the case may be. That's not a problem. But it's a situation where, for me, this whole social media thing, I can live with it. I can live without it. People ask me to be on social media to tell you the truth. I've been asked to be here. People don't understand it. At one point, I didn't even have a smartphone. Well, we need to get off some serious content creators in a private live one of these days. Yeah, no, we will. Tosh time, we will have some private conversations, some serious conversations about some stuff. Definitely. I look forward to connecting with you on some real conversations. I sometimes have a weird feeling when I go live shows, but for me, I end up not doing it. Well, D'Lo, you got to believe in yourself, man. You got to believe in your content and your goal and your mission for what it is that you're trying to do. You're right. And it just snaps, and you're all going to be concerned about the trouble that follows. Well, yeah, Tech Beats, it comes down to you don't want to snap and lose control because that's not going to help you. Um, yeah, well, I did. I did look weak. I did. It is that. It is a situation where, you know, I could live stream, I could not live stream, I could feed into it, I could not feed into it. That's what it is. But I'm still gonna have my serious conversations. It's 3 in the morning, almost 3 in the morning, so I know folks is gonna troll, folks is gonna do what they're gonna do. I can't help that, I can't stop that. We don't like being uncivil in front of children. Yeah, that's I hope not. I hope not. Mm. But that's another story. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like I said, not to get sidetracked or thrown off, I try to acknowledge people. Yeah, people like trolling. I get it. But on the people that were watching and that was here for what I'm saying, your videos remind me of a library full of good ideas and talks. Yeah, sometimes they're like that. Sometimes we just off on side conversations. You don't want to get sidetracked or whatever. But sometimes I get sidetracked with my own thoughts. But yeah, back to our imperfections. Our imperfections are not something to always be, so to push aside and whatnot. It's important to know where our weaknesses lie. It's important to know where we can be hurt. It's important to know where we can react to stuff. It's important to know the consequences of our actions. A lot of times, you know, uh, yeah, yeah, no, no. Have a wonderful day, TCK. Appreciate you for stopping by. Um, Here's what it is. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that I even got 13 people at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's 13 minutes that went by. 13 people at 3 the night is where I used to sleep, but I don't have to. Bills. Yeah, you sleep too much. You can't pay the bills. Yeah, no, no. Tosh time. Take care. We'll definitely catch up. Um, Appreciate you for coming by. Because he gets truth. Well, here's the thing, Slayer. As time comes on, as you gain more notoriety, as you gain more people watching, you have other issues as well. Take care. If anybody else would like to leave, at this time, I appreciate it as well too. If you want to go or not go, I don't know. It's all good. I don't know. I'm just looking at it right now. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's what it is. Oh, nice to see you. You jump off of off on the panel to join you. That's gonna happen one of these days. It's gonna come because I gotta set up moderators and all this other stuff, and take it. This is a gentleman, kind of sophisticated. This is a gentleman, kind of sophisticated, wise, and intelligent, is very capable of holding a conversation without letting emotion control his behavior. Yeah, well, the things beats about not letting emotions control your behavior, as weird as it gets you. You know, you be on there like the Incredible Hulk, raging and going crazy and whatnot, and losing yourself, and then all of a sudden, meanwhile, you become the joke, you become the form of entertainment, and sometimes that's what people want from you. They want to be entertained by your reactions. They want to be entertained by, you know, um, your emotion, your rage, your fears, your anxieties, your imperfections and stuff like that. Sometimes people just, you know, Or looking for that reaction. Not funny. Not funny. Love him, brother. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Slayer. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm not. I didn't think that. That didn't even cross my mind, or whatever the case may be. Um, it is. It is. How can I say it? How can I say it? It is. I'm going back to what you were saying, Beats. It is. It is a balancing act. It is a balancing act. You need to move fast, sure. I nominate Tosh. Yeah, I nominate her too. That's coming. All that stuff is coming. The moderators and all the shutting down of certain things. All that is coming. That's coming. Everything is for a moment in time. In time, Lulu, love you. In time. You know, it is what it is. Uh, you know. So that's what it is. Some people would just be set tripping. So I'll be clearing it. Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. I get you. I get what you're saying, Slayer. I get what you're saying, Slayer. It's a situation where you have to, yes, I'm out for them, not from time to time. Yeah, nah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm working on all that stuff right now. Right now, I'm just kind of going through the motions and doing my things with these live streams and whatnot, doing the watch time and all that other stuff. The difficult thing sometimes about when you're doing a live stream is not getting sidetracked and just staying on topic, trying to respond to comments and go into what it is that you're doing, and then dealing with other things that are coming and whatnot, so it is what it is, saying so it's a situation where you just gotta be who you are, do what you gotta do, say your piece. Sometimes you could be on there too long. The thing is not to let the chat take over too much of what you're saying or whatever the case may be. But if there's comments and things that you have to address, you address them and you move it from there. So that's what that is. Just to answer that last comment. But back to the whole thing with emotions and feeding into them and whatnot. You know, um, it just doesn't get you in there. Live on the phone is okay. Easy on a laptop or desktop isn't easy. YouTube needs to change that. Yeah, yeah, it's live on the phone is okay. Easy on a laptop or desktop is easy. I agree with you. All right, Slayer. That's funny. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's easy. It's easy to get sidetracked and get caught up in the comments and stuff like that if you allow it to happen, and you're sitting there paying attention to it or whatever the case may be. You know. Oh no, that's funny. I don't know about that. Ain't nobody getting banned or whatever the case may be. You know. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just really what it is and whatnot. So um, I see. This is the funny thing too. Also about doing these live streams early in the morning. Yeah, you get tired. You could get off subject as well. So it's just crazy. I've had a lot of therapy learning to deal with emotions, accept the responsibility for being accountable for some of these. That's also good. That's good. I finna make some tea, green tea on a regular. Yeah, I got some tea as well, not green tea. Mm, that's really just what it is right there. Um, I think right now what's surprising me about this conversation is so many of you people in the, I can't say you people, so many, cool subscribers are in here. I didn't expect this many people. I don't even know what you all still doing up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, wherever you at. You use honey. I don't use any honey. I use lemon. I use lemon. I don't know. I'll show you the lemon that I use. Saying so. That's what it is. Mm, here we go. Mm, I don't know. That's just really what it is. Okay, we gotta go later. Don't sweat it. Yeah, no, no. Thanks, Calvin. Appreciate you for coming by. Appreciate all the stuff that's going on. Forgive me if I'm pausing a little bit. I still am a little bit tired. I am trying to get the watch time and do what I do. I do much better so when I'm doing that. About it. Well, it's good to get therapy to beats. It's good to get help out there if you need help and whatnot. Don't be afraid to reach out to a folk. Especially prayer works as well. I definitely say a prayer for you. Do that offline or whatever the case may be. Because there's a lot of people out there struggling with different things as it pertains to emotions and, didn't have an emotional intelligence. My world in OKC. I appreciate you for being here. So like I said, but it all goes back to us having imperfections, and sometimes we have to learn to embrace those imperfections, those sides of us that may be the lesser of us and whatnot, the things that we may don't want anybody to see, the scars, the thorns, and stuff like that. No, it definitely beats. On a serious note, I do say, anybody out there struggling or going through stuff like that, I encourage you to seek help. I encourage you to go out there and find people that definitely are willing to help you with whatever things that you're struggling with. Trained professionals, family, friends, stuff like that. I mean, because the hardest thing when it comes to our imperfections is not to be judged for them or not to worry about the judgment. You always have my best messages. Hey, what's going on, June Gall? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for coming through. So yeah, it's just like that though. Sometimes we just judge each other for imperfections, not realizing that none of us are perfect. None of us, have it all together. I mean, yeah, there's ways to strive for perfection in your heart and your mind and stuff like that. But we all have things that if folks knew about us, we raise our hand and leave the room. If somebody put our life on a screen somewhere, and said, hey, this is all the negative things about your life, people would hide. Crimson Fantasy, what's going on? For sure, no one's perfect. It's learning to deal with the imperfections and appreciating ourselves for who we are and not, beating ourselves down, because sometimes our worst critics are not other people, it's not the world, it's not society, it is ourselves. Sometimes we have to look in the mirror and be able to deal with ourselves and not beat ourselves down and not look at ourselves like we less than, like we don't care about ourselves or whatever the case may be. As your everyday thing of becoming that good and hiding from the real, it becomes more and more difficult to accept the truth. See, that's the problem, though. When it comes to our imperfections, though, it's not being able to accept the truth. You need to be able to look in the mirror and modestly self-efface and be realistic and challenge yourself, because the world will challenge you, the world will beat you down, the world will break you down if you let it. But there's ways to interact that people need to clean out their own backyards before cleaning up someone else's. No judgment. I'm my worst critic. Yeah, June Go, I'm my worst critic too. Some people think that they've said stuff that's really hurted me. People don't understand. The worst things that you've ever said to me, I've probably said to myself even worse. Like I said, I probably was the hardest on myself. There's times when I didn't want to come outside the house because I've beat myself down. I've judged myself. I've attacked myself. So I know what it is. Yeah. And the important thing is to be able to forgive ourselves for our imperfections. It's like, forgive us our trespasses. Forgive us those who trespass against us. The Lord's prayer. It's a challenge. It's a challenge just to forgive yourself for imperfections. And that's what it happens. I'm gonna watch a video after. Jesus. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's all good. Um, but it is coming to terms and coming to grips, with who we are. Understanding that, in this life, there's gonna be things that trip us up. There's gonna be, people that, there's person, places, things, whatever it may be. There may be a flashback. There may be feelings. Sometimes we're living in the past in our mind. Sometimes we need to be in the present, knowing that, those things that are past are no more. Those imperfections and things that we were struggling with, we don't have to struggle with today. Sometimes it could just be a thought, a memory, a distraction from the past. And if you keep living in the past, it comes to your present. What's going on, Cap 7? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. 36 years, I'm still trying to figure out who. Well, there's a lot of people trying to figure out who they are. Tech Beats. The thing is to be honest with yourself. So the thing is to really question yourself, argue and explore, and be there to the point where you're not willing to. You don't. The worst lies that we tell are the ones that we tell to ourselves. The ones that we hide from the most. Which are the hardest people to be true with and honest with ourselves. What's up, Megan Blogs? Thank you for coming through. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I hate to do this. You know. Oh boy. Sorry about that. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. What you talking about? As far as the cursing and stuff like that, and I saying to anybody in the chat, please don't insult anybody in the chat. That's not what I'm into. That's not what we into. If anybody says anything insulting or anything, then I'll just end this chat right here, right now, because I don't want to have anybody going back and forth with anybody in the chat. I'm really just trying to have an adult conversation about adult things. It really doesn't matter to me to have the live stream going and going and going and going. Yeah, sure. I bet it does. Like I said, I'm from the streets. I know what that means. All peace and love, all love and peace. Listen, I try to be respectful of folks because at the end of the day, yeah, I bet. I bet. I know how to use language as well. But like I said, Back to our imperfections. Like I said, Lord, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Man, I need to do a live stream on that, and I probably will. Our trespasses. Lord, forgive us our trespasses, man. We do trespass against each other. We do say things. We do things to each other that are negative, that are hurtful, that are painful, that we have to pray for the other person for. We have to pray for our responses in the way that we would respond, but that's what it is, But like I said, this is about imperfections anyway, right? You can't expect people to be perfect at 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm not going to get a whole bunch of perfection at this time. This is actually the ungodly hour right now. So this is actually probably consistent with anything. So, it happens though. The thing is not to judge folks for their imperfections, not to judge people for their trespasses, not to, look down on folks because we all struggle with something, some inner demons, some inner peace that we're trying to find, some insecurity that we can't get over, or whatever the case may be, some judgment that we may have against ourselves or against other people and whatnot. And the thing is to face ourselves and be able to look at ourselves honestly and say, this is who I am. You know, this is my imperfections. And if they do come out and if it does spill out into the open, I'm willing to deal with that, no matter how ugly it gets, no matter how crazy it gets. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but we do get tested at times. And sometimes it's just a distraction, when it comes to our imperfections, when it comes to the reactions and how we deal with things and whatnot. I don't know. Um, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to add to this conversation? Um, at 2, 3 in the morning, maybe not. Um, oh boy, the funny things that people say. The funny things that people say. I don't know. I appreciate you folks for being here. I'm not going to keep you folks too much longer. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. Don't let your imperfections, don't let the judgments, don't let the different things that we face in life, tear you down and take you and stop you from, being the best that you could possibly be in life and do what it is that you do. Yeah, spread love is the Seattle way. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. You'll see me again. You'll see me again. Take care.